and you can hear Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni interacting as themselves. No such moment is shown. They're acting like lovers.
And my nose is so big.
That's her big harassment moment. They are playfully acting. She's completely flirtatious with him. He is flirtatious back, but they're talking about their spouses. She doesn't say, "Oh my God, you nuzzled me and said that I smell good."
Can you believe we're watching one of Hollywood's biggest messes unfold right in front of us? A secret affair, a messy legal fight, and a famous news anchor calling it all out live on air? It's all circling around Blake Lively, the actress. Everyone used to praise for her beauty and class, who now looks like she's been lying to Ryan Reynolds and going head-to-head with Justin Baldoni in court. The perfect image she sold to fans is falling apart, showing what people are now calling a mess of lies, selfish moves, and ugly fights that could take everyone down with her.
Blake Lively fears profound mental health issues are at risk of being leaked. And now let me just say this. Having a mental health disorder does not excuse you in any way from what you're doing.
Megyn Kelly lit a fire on her show when she called out Blake Lively for more than just shady deals. She straight up accused her of cheating and making Ryan Reynolds look like a fool. And if the whispers are true, Blake is completely losing control behind the scenes. People are waking up and seeing her for what she really is. Not some classy Hollywood star, but someone who might have been playing a role the whole time. Get ready, because this might be the most satisfying downfall Hollywood has served up in years.
One of the key allegations in her complaint against Justin Baldoni, at one point he leaned forward and slowly dragged his lips. Time and time again, she accuses him of doing something, which then when you hear the full context, she said, he came in my trailer while I was breastfeeding. Well, then he produced the text messages showing her saying, "I'm breastfeeding, come on over."
At first, the gossip seemed too wild to be true. Blake Lively, America's sweetheart, stepping out on Ryan Reynolds, the very idea felt like a betrayal of the fairy tale romance so many fans have followed devoutly. But as murmurs about secret rendezvous trickled across social media, people started asking pointed questions. Insiders whispered of cryptic texts, hushed late-night phone calls, and even photo ops that didn't add up. It sounded like the typical rumor mill, until a handful of obscure entertainment blogs claimed to have stumbled on evidence that might tilt the scales from idle chatter to damning proof.
She accused his producing partner of showing her pornography, absolutely non-pornographic. Can't see any body parts. You can just see that two people clearly are in a bathtub holding their baby. You tell me whether that's what that looks like to you. She wants us to believe this is actionable harassment.
Suddenly, people realized that Blake's sunny smile could be hiding something far darker. Was she using carefully placed distractions to draw attention away from the scandal brewing under the surface? And just when everyone thought it might be a swirl of baseless claims, everything took a terrifying turn. Megyn Kelly jumped into the fray, hinting that she had a direct line to someone on the inside. That someone, it appears, was feeding her details so explosive, it might be enough to bring down the entire house of cards. Then came Megyn Kelly's live broadcast that rattled fans across the country.
Before she filed the lawsuit, she clearly cooperated with the New York Times to leak the whole thing. Indeed, that's, Brian argues, the reason she went and filed the complaint with the Human Rights Division.
She looked straight into the camera and uttered the words, "I know the real story behind Blake Lively, and trust me, it's not pretty." Those words set social media ablaze. What did Kelly know? Why did she claim to have such damning insights? Kelly wasted no time painting a picture of a cunning manipulator who's been stringing along her doting husband and quite possibly others, all while playing Hollywood's golden girl. She cited anonymous contacts, all hinting that Blake's squeaky clean facade had been teetering for months. People on set, staffers in her social circle, they'd apparently seen the cracks. They'd heard the arguments, saw the hush-hush phone calls. Fans reeled in real time as Kelly continued. This is the kind of behavior that makes you question everything you thought you knew about America's sweetheart.
It's just almost unbelievable that her lawyer would file this. It's just very bizarre. There's a lot of things that he could have talked about. Health issues is very alarming. I'm not making fun of that. I'm not in any way denigrating that. And it's making me want to dig deeper into what is really going on with her.
The internet erupted with shock, disbelief, and yes, a grim sort of fascination. After all, who doesn't love watching a superstar's carefully orchestrated image get shredded on primetime television? But Megyn Kelly wasn't just focusing on the rumored affair. She dropped another bomb, explaining that Justin Baldoni, the Charismatic actor and producer known for his uplifting projects was entangled in a bitter legal dispute with Blake. The details remain murky, but the talk is that something business-related turned personal. Whether it was a production dispute or a side project they both invested in, the only certainty is that it's gotten nasty. Accusations surfaced regarding shady contractual maneuvers, with some speculating Blake tried to push Baldoni out of a deal. Others whispered that Justin grew tired of her alleged behind-the-scenes maneuvers to control a project's narrative.
Diagnosed with something that could actually affect this case and actually explain why she's the way she is. I believe this is probably related to personality disorders, but it's the same way we would see with Amber Heard and how everyone could see what was wrong with her.
Whichever story you believe, the result is the same: a star-studded fiasco brimming with animosity. Word on the street is that Baldoni has a few aces up his sleeve. A stash of texts, emails, or maybe even voice recordings that highlight how double-faced Blake can be. And the second Kelly put that rumor out there, it caused a media feeding frenzy. Was Justin Baldoni about to release something that would confirm every scandalous rumor swirling around? Behind the scenes, tensions allegedly boiled over in dramatic fashion. Picture frantic phone calls at 2 a.m., lawyers ranting in hushed voices about unraveling reputations, and perhaps even a meltdown or two within Blake Lively's inner circle. Suddenly, everyone seemed to be turning on each other as they tried to figure out who leaked what to Megyn Kelly, and who else might know the full truth. One insider rumor claims Blake confronted her closest confidants, demanding to know if they'd betrayed her. Another says Ryan Reynolds got wind of the swirling allegations and quietly started asking his own questions. Could it be that Ryan suspected more than he ever let on, or was he as blindsided as the rest of us? Some allege that Blake planned to smear Baldoni's reputation to keep her own scandal hidden. The claim, she was ready to paint him as a problem maker or a liar, if that's what it took to preserve her brand. That's when people started realizing this wasn't just a run-of-the-mill Hollywood spat, it was a full-blown war of attrition. Then came whispers of the biggest bombshell of all, a series of voicemails that might prove Blake's been stringing along more than one person. And if rumors are correct, these are not your average harmless messages. We're talking about phone calls loaded with cryptic references to hush money, deals cut behind the scenes, and plenty of manipulative language, the kind that makes you question everything you ever believed about a star. They say she's unstoppable, but watch me crush her, one alleged snippet read, though the authenticity remains unverified. Another apparent message pointed to frantic attempts to keep Ryan clueless, painting him as a trusting spouse who never saw the betrayal coming. Of course, we have no official confirmation these voicemails exist, but the notion alone has fueled a storm of speculation. Could this be why Blake is allegedly freaking out now? Is she trying to track down every possible leak, every source to quash further revelations? The very idea that one of Hollywood's darlings might be cornered by her own words on tape has audiences around the globe on the edge of their seats. For years, Blake Lively sparkled on red carpets with Ryan Reynolds on her arm, captivating fans with witty banter and that hallmark radiant smile. But as more accounts of her behind-the-scenes conduct trickle out, we're seeing a vastly different portrait. A woman determined to get what she wants at all costs, even if it means playing people against each other. And while some fans have come rushing to her defense, claiming these rumors are all orchestrated by jealous rivals, others are pointing to the mounting evidence that keeps piling up. After all, how many random tabloids, anonymous insiders, and talk show hosts can be in on one big conspiracy without a shred of truth behind it? Even if the affair itself remains uncertain, the legal showdown with Justin Baldoni seems all too real. Documents have allegedly been filed. Lawyers have apparently been hired. Could it be that while Blake Lively was busy juggling her secret personal drama, a major professional meltdown was brewing on the horizon, just waiting to explode? Now, as Megyn Kelly doubles down on her commentary and Justin Baldoni seems closer than ever to revealing his own version of the truth, Blake Lively might find the walls closing in. No longer can she smile through an awards ceremony and hope the chatter fades. If the leaked messages and alleged voicemails turn out to be even partially real, her credibility could spiral into a nosedive from which there's no easy recovery. And here, the midst of this chaos, Ryan Reynolds remains the wild card. Will he stand by her side, ignoring the swirling allegations for the sake of preserving a united front? Or is he quietly piecing together the puzzle, ready to confront a harsh new reality about the wife he believed he knew inside and out? Every day seems to bring new twists, fresh accusations, heated TV appearances, and looming threats of shocking tell-all leaks. Hollywood watchers are calling it a ticking time bomb that might not just rattle the lively Reynolds household, but could redefine how we see stardom and scandal in the age of viral revelations. At this point, the line between rumor and reality has blurred beyond recognition. We've got everything from supposed infidelity to a raging legal battle involving high-profile figures. We've got leaked voicemails that could turn the tide in a millisecond, and we've got Megyn Kelly telling the world to wake up and smell the manipulations. The drama is so intense you'd think it was ripped from a high-stakes Hollywood thriller, but this is allegedly Blake Lively's real-life unraveling in front of us. The biggest question remains: is Blake Lively truly the charming star turned ruthless puppeteer, risking her marriage and professional ties for personal gain? Or has she been cornered by rumors so relentless and destructive that she can't find her way out? One thing is certain: tensions are at a boiling point. And when the final straw breaks, someone's reputation is going down in flames. So, what do you think? Are we witnessing the fall of an adored icon, or is this all a colossal misunderstanding? Hollywood loves a comeback story, but it also loves to watch a star's downfall. Stay tuned, because the next bombshell to drop might blow this scandal wide open for good.